My name is Terrence Dixon, and I serve you as your Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management here at Morehouse. And I want to welcome you to the Enrollment Readiness for Spring 17. This is a time for parents and students to learn a little bit about how to be prepared for the entering spring semester. It seems like just yesterday that we just started fall, just a few days ago, and now we are approaching the highlight of the fall semester with homecoming. But right now, I know students are eagerly concentrating, very singularly focused on midterm examinations, which are going on this week. We want to make sure that we are prepared for those, but as we prepare for midterm examinations and get through those this week, we want to make sure that we are ready to come back for the spring semester. So we want to run you through a few slides today. Our first conversation today will be about registration. First things first, we want to make sure that you are seeing your academic advisor. Academic Advisement Week starts October 31 through November 4th. That's October 31st through November 4th is when you go to academic advisement. It is imperative that you attend your academic advisement session. The goal here is to make sure that after you've gone through your academic advisement session that you go ahead and register for your spring semester courses prior to the end of the fall semester. Cross-registration for spring semester will look a little bit differently this year. Cross-registration will occur from November 28th to December 2nd. That's November 28th to December 2nd. And you'll need your instructor's signatures only from the Morehouse side. So there will be no signature required any longer from the host institution, meaning where you're going to take the course. The signature will be from your major department chair and your academic advisor. Those signatures will be required from your academic chair and your academic advisor for cross-registration this year. And the selection of courses will be restricted to those courses that are open for cross-registration. Only courses open for cross-registration. Morehouse, Spelman, and Clark Atlanta will publish a list of available courses that are being offered for spring, for the spring schedule for cross-registration, in the spring registration supplement. So keep your eyes open for your cross-registration spring supplement for courses that will be available at Clark Atlanta and Spelman College for the spring semester. Housing is our next area. And if you're planning to come back for J-mester, it's important. These are the important dates. J-mester move-in will be January 2nd between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Those students coming back for J-mester, move-in date, January 2nd between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And students that are coming for J-mester must be enrolled for spring semester and must be enrolled for J-mester. You must enroll for J-mester prior to that date. There will be no move-ins for J-mester allowed after January 2nd. Students who do not move in for J-mester will have to wait until January 17 for your regular move-in date. January 17 for your regular move-in date. And spring 17 move-in is Tuesday, January 17, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. All residents must complete the FAFSA prior to your move-in. So any new students, any students returning that have not completed FAFSAs must complete the FAFSAs prior to moving in for spring semester. Moving on to financial aid. Financial aid has changed just a little bit this year for our students. The opportunity for financial aid, the portal is now open, students and parents. The portal is now open for financial aid for next academic year. The portal opened as of October 1st, and that application is now available. You can see that application at FAFSA, FASA.edu.gov. The difference this year, students and parents, you will be able to use your 2015 tax returns and income for the next academic year as you complete the FAFSA. Meaning, as you complete the FAFSA for 2017, please use your 2015 tax returns. Those of you that have filed extensions, that have not filed your taxes for 2015, please make sure you get those extensions or your tax returns done. We are asking that if you have not submitted your 2015 tax returns, that you do that as early as possible and do not approach the FAFSA process until 3 weeks after doing that. There's a rationale behind that. During the application of the FAFSA, you will find a data retrieval tool. We're asking all of you to use the data retrieval tool because there is a relationship between the Department of Education and the IRS. We need to make sure that as you complete the FAFSA that you are using the data retrieval tool to pull over that income data, at the same time being very clear about making sure you check all Social Security numbers for accuracy and the names that are associated with it. The college requires that all students receiving any financial aid, including scholarships, our financial aid, our institutional aid, our academic scholarships, our athletic scholarships, our music scholarships, any talent grant scholarships, that you complete the FAFSA. It is required that the FAFSA be completed before those 8 items are dispersed to a student's account. We will maintain our regular deadline for FAFSA, priority deadline of February 15, 2017. So you have ample enough time at this point with the portal being open to meet the deadline for February 15. This is important to all returning students. Our goal is to make sure that at the end of the spring semester, conclusion of spring semester in May, that all completed FAFSAs are in place, that we're able to package you for the next academic year, the fall 17 year, the academic year 17, in the first week of June. So completing this will get you your aid award earlier, meaning if you are selected for verification, you'll need to complete the verification process as well for us to see a completed FAFSA. So what you need to do if you're not packaged for 2016-2017 is to make sure that you are going through the process of looking at all the items that you've submitted, meaning looking at your FAFSA tab, your financial tab in TigerNet. The financial aid tab will give you your sense of eligibility, making sure that you met all your student requirements. You want to make sure you select the aid year 16-17 and submit any documentations for the rest of this year, and submit all documents identified as needed from your FAFSA. So if you're selected for verification, make sure that you are submitting all of the forms that have been required by the DOE for you to be processed. If you are selected for verification, it is important that you choose and use the link below. Morehouse.verifymyfafsa.com/account/login. That is very important. If you are randomly selected for verification by the Department of Education, the documents that are required, they will give you on your student aid report. Please upload those documents to this portal, morehouse.verifymyfafsa.com/account/login. In that process, you will upload your document. You'll need to get to the page where there's a submit button to submit your document, and there is a final step of that page where there's a button that says finish. You'll need to click the finish button to make sure that all documents have been properly uploaded. Once those documents have been properly uploaded, you will receive a confirmation email allowing you to know that your verification has been completed. It typically takes the Office of Financial Aid 24 to 48 hours to get through the verification processes once those have been uploaded so that we can complete your packaging process. So please be sure to follow these rules for verification if you are selected for verification from your initial submission of the FAFSA. The loan process for the next academic year will look very similar to this academic year. Meaning, if you parents are going to apply for the Parent Plus loan, it is a parent loan, not a student loan. The parent must complete the Parent Plus loan process, the Parent Plus loan application at www.studentloans.gov. www.studentloans.gov, where you'll find the application for the Parent Plus loan. Once you've completed the Parent Plus loan application, within 30 to 45 minutes you will receive some acknowledgement from the DOE about the acceptance or denial of that loan process, that application process. It will take the college 72 hours to process any applications that are deemed accepted from the point of you completing the Parent Plus loan before we're able to see them. Students, if you have never taken a Stafford subsidized loan before and you are accepting a Stafford subsidized loan, you will have to do interest loan counseling. You only need to do it once. So if you've done it for the fall semester, if you currently have a Stafford loan, sub or unsub loan, and you've done the student loan entrance counseling, you will not need to do that again for the spring semester nor the next academic year. You only need to do it once. Our next area will be student financial services. You'll see the number of services that are offered in the area of student financial services. All accounts, charges, billings, refunds, invoicing. If you have a parking pass, your meals, your book vouchers, any payments that are made by cash, check, or credit card, and any other help that you may need with your student account up to and including payment plan options are handled in the Office of Student Financial Services. These are your payment options. You may pay using your TigerNet account by check or credit card. You can wire money to the college. You can use all approved financial aid, meaning all aid that's been approved for the academic year. Will be the same way that you come back for spring as you will for fall. I am going to remind all students that have received outside scholarship dollars. If you're receiving outside scholarship dollars for the spring semester, please make sure that those letters and checks are sent to the Office of Financial Aid from the outside vendor, outside source. That letter must be very clear about how those funds are to be used. All funding must be identified by the source in your letter, your scholarship provider, about how those funds should be used. If all of the funds are to be used for spring semester, that letter must state that will come from the scholarship awarder to the student. Letters and payments are made and sent to the Office of Financial Aid. You'll notice that you're able to use higher education services this semester for the payment plan. You can pay in person at the cashiering window. You can use the U.S. Postal Service by sending us checks, but all things are to be sent to 830 Westview Drive, Atlanta, Georgia, to the attention of the cashier's office of Business and Finance. Make sure that on all documentation, including the letters that are coming from your scholarship awarders, that your name and your student ID number is attached to the check and on the documentation that comes from those sources. You'll see the link below. Please be mindful of the link below for any payment options where you can go to make payments online at morehouse.edu/business finance/student financial services/payment options.html. Here are some very important guidelines and dates for spring entry. All students are expected to pay and previous balances and to have spring payments paid by December 1. December 1 is deadline day to clear all previous balances and to have your payment made for the spring semester. December 1. The spring semester payment plan will be available as it was for fall, but make sure that all payments for spring are made by December 1. You'll notice that the payment plan option for spring semester follows the same process as it did for fall, making sure that you've made the spring payment before entering the payment plan. You are only able to place $5,665.50 again for the spring semester in a payment plan option. Remembering that your payments can be made up of all of your financial aid for the spring semester and any outside scholarships that you are having to come to the college. I will remind all students to visit our financial aid website for all external scholarship options that are there. Follow those links. We tend to update those links every week or two. So those links are good and live for you to go out and explore external scholarships. Please be sure to make sure that you engage those prior to the end of the semester so that those funding sources may be able to respond to you for spring semester. Keeping in mind that as you apply for the scholarship, for your payment plans again this semester for spring, there will still be a charge for $55 for the payment plan application process. This is how you sign up for your payment plan. Once you've had a conversation with the Office of Student Financial Services, if need be, and you've seen your financial aid options for spring, you'll determine the balance that will need to be placed. The maximum amount, again, $5,665.50, will be placed in the payment plan, but you need to do that at morehouse.edu/business finance/student financial services/payment options.html. You'll be able to do that along with making sure you go to the payment plan, which is highereducationservices.org/apply.cfm school=Morehouse. Please follow these links that will get you to the payment plan option so you apply for the payment plan. A confirmation email will be sent to you from Student Financial Services once your payment plan has been approved. All payments must be made in accordance with the payment plan to avoid any loss of classes for spring semester, aid, or housing and meal plan for spring semester. Remembering that your amount for spring semester may vary based on your course load, any additional classes, lab fees, and etc. You may determine your charges by visiting page 5 of the student fee schedule. If you go to Morehouse/Business of Finance, Student Financial Services /tuition-fees at HTML, you'll be able to see that page to give you some sense of what tuition and fees for the academic year, and particularly per semester, they will be. Keeping in mind that your fee schedule may vary based on your course load for labs, books, and etc. Step 2 of this is to visit and select financial services on the quick links. Step 3, click on your payment options. And step 4, click the payment plan link under option number 5 to get to the payment plan screen to fill out the payment plan for spring semester. And once you click number 5, you should see this form for you to complete. It's a fillable PDF. Remembering again, the maximum amount to be placed into the payment plan is $5,665.50 for the spring semester. Payment expectations. If full and final payments are not satisfied by December 1st, classes, housing, and meal plan options will be canceled. Remembering December 1 is the deadline for all payments for spring semester. So all registrations placed in prior to going for fall, your housing assignments, your meal plans will be canceled in the event that you are not paid by December 1 for spring semester. Students that will be taking 100 level courses in the spring semester, like fall semester, will incur a rental fee, book fee, of $78.49 for all 100 level courses registered. Please note that if you are currently enrolled in a 100 level course, that you must return those books by Monday, December 12th at 4:00 p.m. for the fall semester. And on Monday, May 15, 2017, for the spring semester. Remembering that failure to return books by deadline will result in an additional fee on your account for the market price of the book. Meaning if you don't return these books at the rental fee by these deadlines of $78.49, if you don't meet those deadlines of returning those books back to the bookstore, you will be charged an additional fee, which would be the total cost of that textbook. Please see this page here for contact information for the Office of Student Financial Services. If you have any questions, feel free to reference this contact page for your student account, any payment plan options, any charges that are on your current account. We have some very important reminders. Seniors, congratulations. All graduating seniors. Tomorrow, in Bank of America Auditorium, October 4th, 2016 at 11 o'clock a.m., and next Tuesday, October 11, 2016 at 11 o'clock a.m. We're asking all graduating seniors to be in the Bank of America Auditorium on these 2 dates for your senior class meeting to pick up more very important information for this monumental year of your finishing Morehouse. Please be there on time and ready to receive more information. Registration. Get academic advisement done. Make sure you get your academic advisement done during academic advisement week so that you are not placed in a situation where you have academic advisement holes that will prevent you from going in to register for your coursework. Cross-registration begins November 28th through December 2nd. Remembering that you must have a signature of your departmental chair and your advisor for cross-registration. Complete the cross-registration process prior to leaving for fall semester. So when you leave for winter break, please make sure that you have gone through academic advisement, completed cross-registration where applicable, and completed course registration for spring semester. If you are returning for J-mester for housing, remember J-mester move-in for enrolled students for J-mester will be January 6th. January 6th, 2017. Those that are not registered for J-mester will not be able to return to January 17, 2017 for regular move-in for spring semester. Financial aid process. Remember, the portal is open. The portal is open as of October 1. Start the process now. Priority deadline for us will be February 15, remembering that as you complete the FAFSA for the next academic year that you will be using tax returns for 2015. 2015 tax returns for the school year 2017. Deadlines for payment and fees for the spring semester, all payments are due by December 1st. December 1st. Remember to always check your Morehouse email account. Check it frequently for any changes, any updates, in any parts of this process. And the final word. Please remember that all the procedures must be completed prior to your return or arrival as a new student for a successful journey and move in for spring semester. Any failure to complete this process will delay your process in entry for spring semester. Remembering not adhering to deadlines will cost you the loss of housing assignments, meal plans, and course registration. It is imperative that you communicate with us often as you need to make sure that you are ready to prepare to enter for spring semester. But please remember that the deadlines that were presented in this presentation today are very, very important for a successful entry for spring semester. For those of you that are out there, we'll be taking a few live questions today about this portion of readiness for spring 17. Again, it's really important that you go to academic advisement this semester during academic advisement week. It's very important that you engage the Office of Student Financial Services to clear all balances and make payments by December 1st so that once you're registered for courses prior to going home for winter break, that there will be no loss of courses or meal plans or housing for spring semester. Remembering if you're entering for J-mester courses, any course offerings for J-mester will not be able to use the sense of any federal aid that you have for fall and spring semester for J-mester. So if you're coming back for J-mester for courses that have charges, you will have out-of-pocket expenses for those, but you're able to move back into your residence hall on January 6th for J-mester, only if you are registered or enrolled for J-mester. All other students that are not participating in the J-mester are expected to return to campus to move in January 17, 2017 for the start of the spring semester. I trust that your midterm examinations are going well. I wish you all the best of luck during this week for midterm examinations. And I wish you all a very safe, fun-filled, upcoming homecoming season. Please remember, coming off of homecoming, that you've got some homework to do for spring enrollment. And we want to make sure that we see all of you here starting January 2017 and a successful spring entry for spring enrollment. Thank you and have a good evening.